Melania Trump is threatening to sue. Yeah, she learned from her husband. A lawyer for Melania Trump said Monday that he had informed several news organizations, including the Daily Mail of the UK, that they could face legal action for publishing articles that Ms. Trump contended were defamatory. If you remember, the Daily Mail came out with an article that Melania Trump had worked as an escort, either before, during, or after her modeling days. And Politico was threatened. The Daily Mail was threatened. What else? In an email, the lawyer, Charles Harder, said Ms. Trump, the wife of Donald J. Trump, has placed several news organizations on notice of her legal claims against them for making false and defamatory statements about her supposedly having been an escort in the 1990s. All such statements are 100% false, highly damaging to her reputation, personally hurtful. She understands that news media have certain leeway in a presidential campaign, but outright lying about her in this way exceeds all bounds of appropriate news reporting, human decency. What? Trump is the one who pushed this woman to the forefront. Hey, look at her legs. Look at her ass. Huh? How about this? This is my third one. Woohoo! And Trump lies every goddamn time he opens his mouth. That's how you can tell that he's awake. He's lying. So the family hitman, Charles Harder, in this case, said, well, outright lying exceeds all bounds of appropriate news reporting and human decency. Well, what this attorney probably doesn't realize is that, A, Melania Trump is a public figure who's been dragged into this campaign with her phony-ass speech at the Republican National Convention that she ripped off, the really juicy parts, from Mrs. Obama. She is a public figure, and B, the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that lying in news reporting is okay because of the First Amendment. So I would tell Mr. Harder, go fuck yourself. What do you mean? What do you mean? She's upset. She might sue. Fuck you, sue. Go ahead. Oh, Harder, this is the guy who represented Hulk Hogan in that invasion of privacy lawsuit against Gawker Media. And that resulted in Gawker filing for bankruptcy. Now I guess it's been bought. Yeah, Peter Thiel, the billionaire Silicon Valley entrepreneur who spoke at the Republican National Convention, he acknowledged in May that he had secretly funded the Hogan case and others against Gawker. That's what they do. Politico did not comment. Somebody apologized. Who was it? What publication apologized? Jesus Christ, I don't believe it. Let me see. Daily Mail did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Politico and something called Liberal America, which I guess is an online site. Politico declined to comment. Oh, here it is. Reached by telephone, Tiffany Willis, the founder and editor-in-chief of Liberal America, said her publication received an email letter from Mr. Harder. In the email, a copy of which is posted on the publication's website, Mr. Harder listed several statements he claimed were defamatory and demanded that the publication apologize and permanently remove each of these. Inquisitor, which is another website, apologized to Ms. Trump and retracted an article about her that was published within the last week. But the rest of them said, "Go fuck yourself." I mean, you know, but it really takes it takes some kind of I don't know what, a fascist attitude. I'm overusing the word fascist, I understand, but when you were involved in one of the most corrupted, lie-filled campaigns in the history of modern politics. I know. I'm not going to go back to the 18th century and the 19th century. I realize what candidates used to say about themselves back then. I'm talking about in modern times. Trump, one of the biggest liars ever. And then he brings out his old lady and pushes her up from, hey, look what I got. Go out there and talk, honey. So he makes her into a personality that is no longer protected by privacy rules because she's become a public persona and is therefore subject to news reporting of any kind. And news reporting via the Supreme Court doesn't have to be truthful. So what are they complaining about?